Are you ready?
Detroit basketball.
Hey peeps, how's it going? Today we're continuing with part 2. I don't really want to say it's part 2 because it's really a different type, but it's from the same podcast. I didn't want to post the video because it's like 2-3 minutes long. If you want to watch the video itself, go to my Twitter, link in the description. Be sure to follow me, G-Plug. I posted it. Should be like one of the first 5 tweets, depending on when you guys watch this. But basically, Blake Griffin talked about getting traded to the Detroit Pistons and how NBA players, fans, all these other types of groups really kind of felt bad for him for going to Detroit. And then a teammate, and I am assuming he's talking about Reggie Bullock, because he got traded from the Detroit Pistons to the Lakers, and he said he didn't want to name the team he got traded from, but he got traded to the Lakers last season. And everyone congratulated him and said, oh man, you finally did it, you're about to come through, and all this stuff, like congratulating him that he made it to the Lakers in LA. And they didn't make the playoffs while Blake Griffin had a career year, highs across the board, and made the playoffs. So he talked about how people just really didn't, get going to Detroit. Because a lot of what he was doing in LA, he was the guy of LA. The Lakers fell off, there was no Kobe Bryant. The Lakers didn't really have anybody. And then last season they bring in LeBron James. They kind of become relevant again. Right where that happened, he got traded here. And the Clippers kind of fell off. Like they're good, but they didn't have anybody. Now they have Kawhi, they have PG, they have their stars. So now they're all in the spotlight. No one's talking about Blake Griffin. No one's talking about the Detroit Pistons. And he said he loves it here in Detroit. He can go to his house, he can drive around, and no one's bugging him like they were in LA. He go out in LA, and everywhere you go, it's like the red carpet. Thousands of people bugging you, for taking your photos. He says that in Michigan, he can just be him. He doesn't have to go out, shake hands, and pretend he's not somebody. So he's happy here. And if you want to watch, you can see how happy he is here. I've been saying that he's been happy here since he came here. In that very first press conference, when he was still getting his feet wet, you could see he was shook up from being traded from the Clippers to here. But it motivated him. He wants to win here. He wants to play for a team and a franchise that values not just their stars, but their players in general. And not just Pistons fans, but Detroit fans across the board. Tigers, Wings, Lions. If you're loyal to the team, you're gonna get your respect. If you show up, you put your hard hat on and go to work, the fans are gonna recognize it, and they're just gonna be naturally drawn to you. That's why people still root for Miguel Cabrera, because even though the Tigers are terrible, the things he's done for the past is remarkable, and he'll be one of the Tigers' all-time greats and fan favorites. And Blake Griffin has worked his way into the Pistons fans' hearts, so he's happy here. The fans are happy to have him. I'm happy to have him. I know all of you guys are happy to have him. I'm really looking forward for this next year. And after he played last year at the torn meniscus in the playoffs and still tried to will his way to a win, even though this team's just not any good, he's happy. He wants to be here. And as a fan and someone who loves the Detroit Pistons, that's what you want to hear from your best player. Like I said, I can't wait till next season. I think he's ready to prove people wrong, and he's got a better team. The Pistons got better. To say that they're not going to make the playoffs or be worse than they were last season, that's idiotic. They've improved across the boards, added talent at almost every single position. Just got to work on developing those young guys, see what those can do. There's going to be a trade pretty soon. The Pistons have just too many people on their roster. You're allowed to have 13 current players and one guy kind of just inactive. And I'm not sure if the Beasley signing is official. So they're going to have roughly around 17 to 18 players, and not all of them are going to go to the G League. So they have some options to weigh in and really, look to see what's out there in the market. That's why all these trade rumors are kind of floating around. Pistons are making calls and just testing the waters and seeing what's available out there. So I'm sure Blake Griffin is heavily involved in that. So we have to stay tuned with this. This is good news. I like hearing this kind of stuff. So like I said, if you want to see the whole video, man, go check it out on my Twitter. I believe Eli posted. I gave him a shout out yesterday, so I know for sure he posted the video. So go check it out. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you guys think Blake Griffin's really happy here? You can in the last few interviews he's on the Tonight Show, the podcast, he's got nothing but good things to say to Detroit. So it's awesome. We'd like to hear it. But that's all I got for you guys. So Instagram, Twitter, in the description with Mixture. Follow me on all those platforms. And all DSA members are in there as well. Be sure to subscribe to all of them. And I'll see you peeps tomorrow. Peace.